Hello and welcome to Kallebach. Yeah, I don't know if I pronounced it right. I've gone to Farmer because it had rather an interesting, only literally dropped today. I must admit, I'm a massive fan of Kalle. I think I've been on every one. I've been on Fruling, I never put it on. Yeah, but this is a little bit different in so much as we're using small and old tractors. So I thought for once I'm not going to do what I would normally do. We are New Farmer Start. I'm not. I was thinking about this. I thought, are you playing a game? I have always played this because I'm a bit of a geek. It is my job. I've always played this very much like a game where I've showed my settings and all the rest of it. I'm really not sure that people are that interested. Although I suppose, I was wondering whether you don't have to have just because it's little tractors. You don't have to have the equipment exactly as it is. Not really, because I'm not being nasty, but yeah, the one thing it's not. I don't hate the Nordstein with no. It actually is heavier than the horsepower requirements, and I would literally stick to that because you have the footage on No Man's Land that proves the wheel slip when the tractor you get given is a higher horsepower and yet slips every single time when it uses the Nordstein, proving that really it's not really quite up to the job and it's not quite as it says on the thing. Yeah, the equipment's not really any different to any other Let's Play. It was suggesting old timers, new timers, and 150 horsepower. We can do that, but we don't necessarily have to stick with the equipment that we've got when it's tiny little windrowers and the horrible Nordstein and my least favourite. I know it's got an advantage that you can lift them up. I did play this on one Let's Play and I lifted them up and it takes forever. Now, there's patience. Now, Mr. Silly P can do it. I've hat off to him. He is quite amazing for that type of thing. But I've got to admit that I'm not the most patient of people. That is, my drive is efficiency. It's not to try to be, like, yeah, it is. Oh, see, 98% fabric 5-1. Is that? Let's have a look. Let's have a look at the horsepower requirements. We can't stay completely out of the menus, can we? Really? So 5.5 tonner, more field types. Okay, it's not just water. And we have the baler, which are and it's really well, yeah, it is what it is. I probably would go no-till, but again, I will observe what the Calle's trying to do. I've never been because it doesn't lime, and you need to lime. So yeah, it's not worth the full price, but it'll buy us. Neither's the Nordstein, but I'd still, yeah, not particularly. 40 horsepower, so that is a small one, the Sepnussel. A very small horsepower requirement. A little 5.1 meter, the standard one. The standard 2 Welgers. I've been on Calais maps before and I've kept them. And small tractors, it is a 150 and a 50. So they are the small tractors. We have it's the front loader one. Ah, yeah, I remember this. I had this on one of Calais' other. Well, mechanics, we could have a go, because it also can't have a decent back weight either. So 2 tractors, 1 front loader, this tiny weeny one, a 3 metre, I'd sooner have a 3 metre. Calm down. It's true. Yeah, are we going to play this? I wanted to play it legitimately, but also not to make things that more difficult. I mean, that's got a very good spread for saying, it's a 42 metre. The one I would use would be a 36. So I'm not really swapping for anything special. That is 150 horsepower and it's 23,000. That's an 8 metre spread. That's too expensive. That isn't, but I don't know that we've got any grapes. Besides which, yeah, we might be able to afford that. So what I'm going to do is what I always do in situations like this. So we are going to have a shot. I am keeping the little tractor. Yeah, I'm not being nasty, but I often keep the little tractors. I often have little tractors, but we will get rid of the things that including the baler. We will. I'm going to sell them where they are, though. I'm not going to faff around. Yeah, like with going to the shop. It's not fair. We'll keep that because it's not really worth selling either. Baler we are selling, even though it really won't even pay for my replacement. A cultivator, again, it's not a very, you're not going to get a lot of cash for it, but I'm probably not going to do that. The Amazon will buy our replacement. The front loader tool, likewise, not full price. I don't care. The front loader, I'm going to have to keep it. I really am. And treat it with this is the 220 one. So really isn't capable of having, a header that's bigger. Because I've been playing with the 270 horsepower one that can actually cope with a 12-meter header. So they are far more powerful than people give them credit for. Moa, we're going to keep that. Yeah, we couldn't replace that. The Nordstone, do we need to? Well, yeah, I'm selling it anyway. The windrow I can replace, and that will pay for our replacement, even though it's still not. Tedder, 4.4 meter. We're going to keep that. I couldn't replace it for that. And the subsoiler we will replace with something else, although I don't know we can. Now then, is this the... No, I know Kalle gives a guide of that, but not really. It is a 150 and it's normal sort of thing. Am I really going against the... I don't really think so. It's still a small tractor. It is a cracking one by holes. I think we will go for... You can go standards, actually. I think you have to go out of lizards. Yeah, we're going to go up to 250. I've been trying to do this. I think this is about loud enough. Yeah, we have to go out of this, and then you get standards, which are absolutely fine. Windows, GPS. You can, if this is the one I'm thinking it is, you can... I'm not a massive fan of that. Attach... this is... You can either go front loader, or you can go front... Yeah, 3-point and back. Yeah, so you can go one or the other. You either have that for 700 or not. So 31,160 is what we are paying for this. I will do it. Yeah. And I think we really... Yeah, now we need to buy the things we've actually done, which is the fertilizer spreader, which is a 36 meter, which won't shock anybody really. Now I've always played precision farming, always do that as well. And we have, we're gonna have to do, well, not necessarily. We ought to really look at what did we get rid of that we really do need? Windrower. But do we need to windrow at the minute? Okay, well, let's have a look, shall we, on what we can see, what is actually happening, and we're going to start straight away. We have field 8 and field 1, both which need harvesting. They're a long way up, but it's a little map. Yeah, I don't mean it nasty, but it is a very little map. So what are they in the fields? It's not going to make any difference. We're scanning the fields right now. So they're both wheat. Right, so let's make a move. Let's grab the welgers. I will say welgers as well, because I think we're going to need it is wheat. And we are going to need a baler. Or we could go loose. Yeah, we could. Right, okay, I'm going to go into a time lapse, as is my way. I always like to make the sessions actually count. So where is the nearest field? Is straight down. Are we going to... Yeah, let's grab the harvest 2. Which is a little bit mucky. The Dirtinator has been busy. Wow. Where's me header? We haven't really had a very good look around the farmyard, have we? Truthfully. There's the only mower we possess. Hayloft with a couple of bales. Hay and... What is it? Hay or grass? I think it's hay. It's header. Fantastic. Can we get through here with the harvester? No, but we can get out that way. Right, I am going to go into a time lapse. We are going to get those 2 fields done, hopefully in this session. So I'm going to say my words. I'm going to see you guys and gals on the other side. And there we were done. Yes, that's our 2 fields harvested. I was thinking while I was patiently, for me, I was being patient as well, actually. I was thinking, you can't really. I was going to grab the Sit Pioneer because it is really good. I thought, yeah, but you've got a ton of. You've got to like. This really is Baling territory. And then I was thinking about the little tiny. I have played it before. Now I do understand if you think about the fact that we were given the small baler. Now it would obviously be able to pick those up, although it would take forever with that tiny little thing to do that. But it is possible. That's what I'm trying to say. The equipment's been matched up. But having had done that on Adelshoven, I've sort of almost vowed to myself I'd never do that again. It's just, yeah, and I even did try to. Mr. Silly Peas had years to hone his skills of like rotating bales and putting them on. He really is very good at that. And to be honest, he is terribly patient, whereas I'm not. We've all got our strengths and weaknesses, and I admit to mine. Definitely, this needs to lead. So I think definitely a baler. Yeah, and no, that is true. Yeah, definitely a baler. So I think I'm not sure though whether our little front loader. What I'd like to do is we'll get back to the farm. Yeah, this is. I mean, really, me doing this first session. Oh, hang on. I think you're a little bit jumping the gun a little. I think we ought to be putting that on the header trailer before we. I don't think the people of Kallebach will very much. Yeah, no, I'm right over there, aren't I? Yeah, I am. We can sort it. We can. Yeah, I'd like to take that to the shop and see if there's anything we can do. It's practically worthless, but that's not really the point. Is it? Will it do what I want it to do? And we will test it out. I don't care if I only need to. If I can just do 2 bales with it. I don't know. We could also go for the lighter bales. Gonna go square because it's easy to lift and easy to put on the, but I can still go the smallest bale size if it'll work. So we could do a bit of testing. I'd just like to see whether I'm gonna. I don't mind going small. I was thinking if I can't make this work, let me just show you what I would go for. If no, I'm not a massive fan of skid steers, but there is one skid steer that I really do like, and that is that one there by Black Sheep Modding. Yeah, this the look at the weight of it. I mean, yeah, I suppose actually, really, it's true. It is. The others are nearly as heavy. The one we've got, the our little front loader, is absolutely half of that weight. It's 2.2 tons. Lifting a single bale, the bale is like 3 times the weight of that. So it's a bit of a stretch. But I've got to be honest, even the skid steers, and I'm not a massive fan of those. The Black Sheep Modding one is fantastic. It really is so good that. Again, can we really afford? But the thing is, can we? If we're going to do our own baling and we are going to get a baler, we're going to be heavily dipping into, which you do, of course. You always dip heavily into the 100 grand. That's the entire reason for it, really. Now, the other thing is the size. If we're going small, most of the items that appear in the sales are large. Yeah, they're all, I think, well over 20 grand for most items that appear in the sales. So are the sales going to be very useful to us in this particular Let's Play? Probably not. Not meaning we won't look, not meaning we won't get anything, but I don't think it's going to have the same impact on a Let's Play where you're earning hundreds of thousands, because we're not likely to. Yeah, it's a matter of scale. It's a small map, there's small fields, it's small equipment. And I'm not going to try to make it fit. I mean, yeah, bales are bales no matter where you are in any land, so that really isn't going to make much difference. Yeah, let's turn this around. Yeah, my first thought is, as many people, is to like immediately sell. And it is true. I've had a comment from another player that plays very similar to myself. So we've all got our own play styles. I'm not trying to be Mr. CDP. I am me. And I was thinking about what I said. am I a gamer or am I a content creator? I'm a bit of both, because I do try to show the mechanics, because some people do like to see that a little bit. So I create content, but I do it in my own style again. This is something I was hinting at the beginning of the session, which is I really would like your opinions. I might actually do a poll, and I'd love to hear your thoughts on how I can improve the channel. What you do like, what you don't like. It is totally, yeah, it's one of the polls that I did for Around the World in 80 Days. And it's totally anonymous. It really is just I'd like to always improve. Is my thing, but obviously I am myself. There are certain things I'm not going to change, and certain things that I really am very prepared to change, truthfully, to make the content better. If that is staying out of certain things, or I'm trying to play to the character of the map to a degree. Yeah, I don't want to go. I don't want like 350 horsepower tractors. Or it's weird, really, because I mean I played all of most of Kalle's maps. Can we get through there? That looks awfully thin. Don't think we'll get. I think we'll get the tractor through. I just don't think we'll get the combine through that somehow. Yeah, I mean, also we've got the front loader. We've got quite high things for it to throw, but again, I can't see Kalle giving us that if it's not capable of doing it. Why is the point? What is the point on any Let's Play of having high areas if your equipment can't actually do that sort of thing? So, but then again, also any map maker is trying to appeal to those who want to play it in a different way. So, is it so out of the ordinary if that is the way that it is? Now, I'd like to see. I've not been in menus much. We've been basically, yeah, we've got how many? How big is the pen? Well, you can never see. You need to actually go into it. Have we got any productions? No, we haven't got any productions at all just yet. No, wasn't expecting any. I was just looking. All right, so then it is true. I think what I would like to do is a bit of testing, and I suppose that's another thing. I sometimes sort of go off into almost like mod reviews, really, in my sessions. I don't do them on their own. This may be something I do change. Again, these are the type of things that I'm asking. I usually go into showing a piece of equipment. Yeah, so yeah, the little Schaefer, 2.2 tons. It has got the capability of having a weight, but it's got to be something like the lightweight. It's just not very heavy, and no matter what you do, I can't stick the normal 1.5 ton weight on this because it will just topple. It's almost as heavy as it is, and it was going to go straight back. Now the reach on this, I know because we tried it before. I can't even go into a forage wagon. I almost had to. I felt like tiptoeing with this very thing when Kalle gave us the forage wagon, mixer wagon, and we tried to get with this very one. Tried to put those into. They don't do high tips for front loaders, so it's yeah, it's one of those. Yeah, there isn't such a thing as a high tip for a front loader. I'd stick my neck out and say that. I'm almost 100% positive. There are the wheel loaders, and you can get the telehandler attachments for them. High tip. Okay. Yeah, well, there we go. Actually, that's totally a right load of rubbish. It's a bit expensive for us, but we could do it. Well, what? Really? 1,100 litres? It's as heavy as the... Yeah, that's my point, really. And it is. You can, though. I'd forgotten about the Bristol and Lardy pack. Yeah, it is true. But they're meant for a little bit of a bigger front loader than we've got. Really. Now, these ones by DD Mod Passion, again, it's nearly a ton. It's half of the weight for just the bucket alone. So there's not really an awful lot within any of the packs we can actually make use of. It'd have to be really quite. I mean, Universal Bucket, yeah. I mean, that's very light. 320 kilograms, but it's massive. Yeah, I mean, it is. It would like make this look ridiculously awful. It is very light, like the UFO type bucket. 120 kilograms. Now that is a possibility. That one we could possibly actually manage if we would book it in. Now there is a tool that I can use, not for that, you know, not particularly for that type of thing. But these ones here, 78 kilograms. This could and it can be used for pallets and pretty much everything. It's something I've just discovered. But I think we'll do this. Yeah, it's already red. I think we'll do chrome. Never done chrome yet, and I think we'll do red spikes in chrome to make that look completely different from the actual, and that's 500. We're going to swap that. We did get rid of this, and we're going to pop up to the shop. I'm going to meet you up at the shop, and we're going to have a look. I am going to try, and I'm going to lease this. We're going to lease the lightweight, having done this with very similar things, but this is actually lighter even than what I would normally go for. I'm going to go out on a limb, and we're going to lease the lightweight at 750 kilograms. So I want this as cheap as possible. No, well, if I could keep it really, and then. So we'll match that to the front, and we will. I almost bought that then. It is very reasonable, but again, I think this might be a little bit too heavy for it. Right, so I'm going to meet you up at the shop with this. Do we? I think what we're going to do is we're going to swap one of the Welgers for a TPS. It's an awful lot. I mean, it's yeah. I was a bit more. Is that honest? Yeah, it's Friday night. I saw this earlier, and I thought I've got to do this. I've always done Kalle's map, but I thought I'd like to do it sort of almost in character. So I'm very glad that we actually got this. But yeah, I think what we'll do. The TPS is a small to medium at most. It really isn't like the Mack Trucker 30-footer or the 50-footer or the 40-footer. Any of those. It's small. And it's fantastic. It also has ramps, which the Welger doesn't. So I'm thinking of swapping this for that. I don't know if they're collectibles. I can't remember. I was very excited to see that Kalle had done another map, and I thought I'd like to have a go at it to sort of do it justice. Not sure if it's going to be. I would say it's probably going to be a small run, but we'll see. Yeah, I often go by. Or recently, yeah. Do we? No, we don't need that. That's not what we're after. We're after this little thing here. Yeah, I seriously think no matter what we do, that this is not going to work as our little help around the farm, really. But we're going to give it a shot. So I'm not going to expect you to follow me going all the way to the shop. I know I shall meet you up there. So I'm going to see you up at the shop. I've not reset it, although it's going to be fun getting. You know, I can't be bothered. So yeah, I'm not going to reset it, but we'll have to keep waiting for Betty. I've not got my Star Wars names in yet, but yeah, we'll keep waiting for little Betty in the little machine. But I'm going to give it a shot. I'm going to try to use it. Try to stay. I mean, again, I can go for a skid steer. That's not. Yeah, and also we'll not in this first session. I just wanted to get what we've done, and all that type of things straight away. Yeah, we've got these right, fantastic. And I don't know. Oh, refuel. Wow, that's got a. Yeah, the fueling points. They've got really a huge. Sort of yeah, I've had to remove some of them from some of the Let's Plays because I cannot for the life of me actually I think it's the other side. I think it is. Oh, it's fallen over actually for some reason. It is the day release. Yeah, it's likely to be. Yeah, it's actually fallen flat on its face, which is typical. So then it makes it look awful, like I've got to manhandle it, and I can't. Right, let's stick the spikes on. Yeah, now these are very special, and this again was a tip from one of the viewers. It really was, and I'm very, very grateful for the tip. because I totally missed this, even when I was looking for spikes recently. Now then, can we? It's sort of partially ethereal, which I think to get the most out of FS22, you've got to sort of do something like that, really, to get the most out of things. Not sure if we can. It'll be totally lucky if it falls right. Can I? I don't think I can get my angle right. Yeah, it's going to always like fall randomly. We could do this all night. Oh, it's whoa! Oh my life! This thing. It's so tiny. Yeah, it's turned into. It's a bit weird. Although, yeah, I suppose really, in all honesty, yeah, to get used to any vehicle, you can't just get used to them straight away. Now that should work. Yeah, I have a sneaky feeling that this is going to be a little bit too heavy. I mean, admittedly, it's not in scale, but it really should be. If you think about it, this is supposed to be 2.2 tons, although most of the weight of that's at the back. And that's what I've always said about this. It's a bit... Yeah. I don't think there's... Right, so that's definitely wrong. 500? Let's try 5. I think it's going to be... And to be honest, there comes a certain point, if you go much less than 500, there's not really much point to you putting a weight on. It is what it is. You're not really going to benefit yourself if you can't, if your weight's so not heavy that it's... What is the point, really? So let's go for 500... And we will lease again for 35. And see if that, which now hasn't fallen over this time, is that, or is it not going to be good enough? I mean, I will go down to 250, but really it's sort of what use is that? Yeah, and that's my point. It's pretty... I think you can do... I think you can actually do 300s. Yeah, there's quite a few of these, the littler ones that I've got. I like the Kramer, and that likewise, it's not as light as this. This is the lightest one. This I really do feel that this is a total waste of time. Total waste of time, really. But no. I want to change... Oh, what am I doing? It's me going wrong. Yeah, it's 250. And if this doesn't work, and if it doesn't, then I'm just selling it instantly because it's just pointless. Yeah, if it cannot even have any kind of weight on the back to try to balance it. Ooh. Yeah, no, I don't think that's not trying to do anything. And of course the other thing is, with anything that leans backwards to that extent, it's not just about the weight, it's also about the fact that it goes back. So what we really need to do now is see, can we... Right, we also need to get shut of the... no, that's a poor choice of words. Not get shut off. But yeah, I do want to swap this out for the TPS. I don't know what we'll get for it, but... Yeah, I mean, most of this stuff is deliberately, and I do appreciate that when the map makers do that to try to make it. It's not terrible. Yeah, I mean, if we're going to grab something that's 1,500 by Sariga, and it really is fantastic. So yeah, I mean, it is that I don't think there's anything that can touch it in the game. It is that good. Oh, that's a point. Yeah, this is a very, very new thing. It is semi-automatic. But I think what we ought to do is actually lease it. It's not massive, I've got to be honest. It's round. It's true, we'd have to buy a round baler if that's the case. Oh, well, yeah, I think we'll stick to TPS. These are beautiful, yeah. I was forgetting this is from the Straw Harvest pack. Yes, beautiful. It really is. I've really have fallen in love with the. I've used this one a lot now on 2 or 3 Let's Plays, and I really do think it's amazing. It really is. Although I've got to be honest, I'm really thoroughly enjoying what we've got. No, I want to do the colours. If I was actually on the colours, and this one I'm going to do. I love this in silver. Fantastic. Let's get that. So we're up a little, but we have got to buy a. I thought I'd sold my tractor then. It's to Gordon Bennett. Please don't. No, I mean, again, it is a little higher than it's supposed to be, but I don't really think that, that is going to make that much of a difference. Right, let's put the ramps down. Now, I think this is going to struggle even to get up the ramps. It's so tiny. It sort of presents an awful lot of problems in almost every way, but I am going to try. A bit harder than I did last time that Kalle did do this. Oh, my life. I think you're going to have to try to put one ramp. Like, put it in the middle? Really? That's about all you could do. And the game doesn't like you doing that. And it does really have a gap in the middle. You sort of like, yeah, we're literally just going to go straight to the back of the... like that. So I just don't know. I do know. Right. I do. This is not me cheating. This is me using my noddle. I'm not cheating, honest. This is us buying the shop a telehandler, which I do in almost every Let's Play now. So yeah, this is only for use at the shop. This is its exceptionally large brother. How am I going to buy the telehandler? Big bag handler, because it's versatile. Ideal for really the shop if such a gadget existed. Now I have a cunning plan, and I'm quite sure you can guess what I'm going to do. Oh, of course we can't do this back down at the farm. It's just going to have to unceremoniously collapse onto the ground. Which is, I just hope it's going to be of some use, or it's just, I'm going to do what I did last time. I won't use. I think I actually did sell it because it just takes up space. Really? That is just so funny. Oh my life, it really is. Do we need anything? That's the point. We are going to need things like fertilizer. Let's just see. Let's use this as it should be used and see. Don't know about the big fertilizer, and I've got to be honest, I don't, but what I mean is this is not me trying to make it look silly either. It's seeing what its capabilities are. If we're going to try to keep it, then I'd like to see what it's actually capable of doing. So then I'm going to get my normal lime. I mean, again, I don't mind adapting this to bags of fertilizer. Bags of fertilizer rather than the normal big 5-tonner that I do. Really not got a problem with that at all. So I think we'll get 2 of those. We weren't buying seeds. No. It's true. I wanted lime. Where did the seeds come into this? We'll get 1. And yeah, we're gonna try. This is, yeah, I mean, I'm not expecting it for 1 minute to even. It'll do a nosedive. We got I don't think we had a sprayer or anything like that at present. So why did I do this the long way? Right, 1. And we have, of course, got the biggie. Yeah, this is not me. I'm not really not trying to mock it. I'm not. But I would like to see by how far does it fail with these things. Yeah, I just want to see what the weight does and all that type of thing. Physics, mechanics. Because once you've got this all worked out, it's like the Kramer. I used to put the 1.5 ton, my favourite weight on, that I use on telehandlers. And it was too much for it. And so I've worked out over various Let's Plays that the 750 kilogram weight, the lightweight, is perhaps the only one that really is suitable. I can't even... Okay, let's try that another way. Don't think there's a way that I can... Yeah, I mean, that's sort of cheating. I don't think there's a way that with this that I can actually... Yeah, I did expect that to happen, obviously. I was at no point expecting that to miraculously lift off the floor. But this, however, this I would expect it to lift. Right, that manages that quite nicely. Now again, it's not got the greatest... I mean, that's an understatement. We can see that actually it's really not got a terribly good lift at all. But it's, yeah, it'll be adequate. That's at full height. I don't think we'll be lifting up into the loft area, but that will... yeah. I think that's what I was really trying to say about the high tip. It's not... Yeah, I mean, we could book it high, but again, when high is relative to... Let's drop that down. Let's try a bag of fertilizer. A bag. I don't mind adapting to, yeah, the actual map and actually changing my habits. I will obviously take that when we have paid for it. But if we have to have this... and we will. Yeah, now the GH66 mods, the lime bag is, again, I think they're lighter than they should be. Again, like some, I can't help that. It is the pack, really. This is Holz's pack. It can manage it. It can manage only one, but then I would not ever expect this to be lifting more than one. So that to me, as far as I'm concerned, that actually is alright. Now, baling is its main task. If we've got a front loader, we'd really have to just use this for lifting little things around the farm. And again, I don't mind it. If it's got a valid use, I don't want to get rid of it. I did sort of try to keep it for a bit for mixing on St. Kalle when we'd got that. But again, it's... yeah, even that, it struggled. It made my job hard every single time because I was almost like trying to tiptoe to get that little tiny inch more height to get it in, and it became silly in the end. And I'd had enough, and I did get rid of it in the end. So again, I'm hoping it's got a valid use. Even if I've got to adjust my playstyle, I don't mind doing that. I am a terror for... Yeah, I always talk about efficiency, and it is true. Always want to lift like these 5,000 litre things. Well, I wouldn't expect that from something like that. But if we can sort of make adjustments and still make it useful, then I'll do that. I really don't mind. Even though this is... Obviously, this bag of fertiliser really does represent... Sorry, not pallet of fertiliser. Represents terribly good value. But again, I don't mind. So does the holes pack. Is really also very good too. But there's nothing that can touch the Lortz pack, really. Right, so we're doing quite a bit in this first session. We have rescued this from the jaws of death. Because the skid steer, as much as I mean, we think this was 5,000 if we sold it. It's sort of really pretty useless cash-wise to cash it in. Sort of like a dinky toy in comparison to this. It is very similar, but yeah, very, very... Right, let's stick your straps on. And we yeah, I'm going to say my goodbyes. I think, well, we've saved that. We've got a bit of fertilizer, a bit of... Oh, one thing you are forgetting. No, we'll scan the fields. There's no rush at all. We've got all winter. One last thing I would like to do is take you with me, go down the farm, and I'd like to put a generator down. Not anything monstrous, just a Bernie one that will just generate like a few hundred, 1,000 or 2,000 max per month. It's a wind generator. I often put them on a Let's Play where I don't want to. If I was going to do a start from scratch and I wanted to do what I've fine-tuned now to 6 months, like from August to the beginning of this sowing cycle the year after. Then I will probably go the Lort on a start from scratch, because I really do need to generate some cash. But right, so where are we going to go with this? But on a new farmer start, not sure. Doesn't really matter if you go within these spaces, but we've not been given an awful lot of space to actually do this. And also a windmill needs a bit of open area. What about that corner? No, that's the chickens. That's the gate. So the only really free bit of place we've got is where these trees are. Let's just have a look. Can we put them? I mean, again, I'm not if it won't work, then we'll do it another time. Oh no, yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong at all. Set it back a little. No, let's be realistic. It couldn't turn. Its fin had hit the shed. So that, I'm going to give it the space it deserves. So we're down to 94,000, but we have got a bit of a generator. Yeah, and that's it. I'm not like, I used to place up to 3, but I'm quite happy with that. It'll just give us a little bit of seed money if we were totally desperate. Probably cover the costs of the farm. That, I'm quite happy with that. Yeah, no, I can't. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. Right, we do need to put those down for next time, and we'll take that off. So, did I show you how much wheat we'd got? 14,540 litres. Yeah, we have the ton. A ton of seeds. Is that? No, we must have a ton of seeds actually on hand, and we've got 7,500. So we actually had a ton of fertiliser that had been left. We have got a hay bale and we have got a straw bale. So those two that we did see up high, they are actually. So we've also had 2 tons of lime, because that has us an 8-ton bag, or 8,000 litres. So there we go. Yeah. Right, so then we will discover the I just wanted to get this first session sort of like done, and then we shall see what we see. Really, remind myself. Yeah, no, none of that is any good at all. Trying to think, can we? Let's have a look at field prices. Yeah, let's do a little tiny bit of seeing, because I've got to be honest. I would. Yeah, I mean, the game sort of lets you cheat in a way. Yeah, it's terrible anyway, so it's not... Oh, hang on a minute. No, we don't own that. Yeah, I thought it had gotten it. Are you sure? If you click on those, it's showing that everything in blue is ours. Yeah, because he doesn't show those highlighted. So I think we do own 24. Wow. So that's a grass field. So we've got to like maximise that. I think we're best go and have a look at this. We want our. Yeah, let's actually take that. It's a little bit slow, but it's a bit of a jaunt. We're gonna go to the left. So it's a beautiful looking tractor actually. It says as it nearly goes into another car. Now then, I think it's this way. It is literally straight on, and there's a left quite a way up. Yeah, we've got to look at our assets. Yeah, obviously that's the trouble when you've got a field that hasn't got the numbers that go blue when you click on it. But it is true, it does highlight the areas that you own with that blue thing. So it does look like we've got both a lake and a grass field, it looks like. Or it could be a slab for productions, either, or we could use it for either. Again, I don't mind selling them. Right, let's take a left here. Oh, I like the indicators. Very, very. Or is it forestry? No, I think it's just beautiful though. It's down there, I think. Oh, do you see? You see, that is gorgeous. Oh, I don't know that I want to sell this, because it'd be the sort of thing that you'd come and see because it's so beautiful. This is our little cabin retreat for our old age when we want to sell the farm, I think. It's beautiful eye candy. So I'm glad we did sort of like, yeah, so we own this field. It does say owned by you, and it's grass ready to harvest. So I don't know what we're going to do, because I apologise. It's just taking in the vista. Did I just say something then? No, it didn't. So it's... Oh, is there? No, we can't get in. It's one of those that's there, that is our house. But so we do need... I suppose we have got a mower. It is one of those things that you could literally set going... It's very small. Very small. I mean, there's small and there's small. I would hate to think how long this would take. The other thing I always look at it is this way. It would be terribly soul destroying for anybody to actually use something like that, because it's making this job into something that it really shouldn't be. A 5 metre or something like that would make quite short work of this. A 2.4 metre is going to take you all day to actually get something done like that. So I'm going to, next session, we're going to take that up and we're going to swap it. Has this got a front? No, it's got a pin hitch. Yeah, we're going to take that up to the shop and we're going to swap it. What are we going to swap it for? I think what we might do, again, playing in harmony with the actual game, going to have something I haven't had in a long time. It used to be the one that I'd always buy, but I stopped doing it because the HX20 is so much faster. It was one of those things I'd totally missed, but this is 30 miles an hour. The front one's 30 miles an hour, but the back one is only 9, which means obviously it's going to run at the smallest bit. But it is 7,400 for the 2, and it is sort of still not massive. So, it's bigger than what we've got, but what I'm trying to say is I'm trying to swap our mower for that. I would say if we take that up the shop, it probably isn't going to be too far off. So, yeah, I'm quite liking this. So we've got a grass field, which needs cutting, ready for winter. We need to get our baler. I think that's what we're going to do next session. I shall meet you all up at the shop, and when we've got the straw off, I am seriously contemplating selling that one, but we'd have to bring something a little bit closer and something of a similar value. How much is that grass field right next to the farm? You see, yeah, it's not that far away though, but yeah, it is true. Wow, that's a very good... Now that's not terrible, really. That is another grass field, and I believe it's got a bit of trees, but look at the bonus on it. Yeah, actually, I know it's twice as dear, but that one is like 2/3 of that. If it has got a bit of let's just quickly go down to our place, and I'm sure this is... Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Where am I facing? Yeah, I'm actually facing the forest. I believe it's a forest. Oh, it's not very nice trees, though. I don't think you're going to get much of it, but we could clear the land and make use of it. Yeah, there are some. Again, if we're supposed to. I mean, it has got a forest at the end of it. So I think we're going to go for... Am I the right one? Yeah, I think we are. I think we're going to go for this one. Clear that, because the other thing is it's terribly useful for the farm. Now, how much would we sell that? We just said we're not... Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, it's 81,552. Are we going to get... yeah, this is where my practical mind takes over from my it is gorgeous, and it really is. I've got to be honest. I think we're going to do a swap, because the bonus on that we're going to actually gain So I think what we're going to do is sell that. Yep, and buy that. Brilliant. And then we've got a little bit of a thing here that we can make use of for the farm. We may or may not be able to do it. And I think what we're going to do is, yeah, we'll go grab the mower next session. Do we at least say, I'd like to get that done over the winter. Maybe, again, this is where the 210 horsepower may come in handy. Yeah, we'll get this. Yeah, I mean, it's a bit of a weird promontory, but I've got to be honest, there's quite a few productions that we could put that are not terribly large before the field starts, which is about here. Yeah. It's a very similar size field, but obviously the bonus is going to it is actually very similar. If you look at its magic, it's also going to include that little bit there. So 0.52, 0.61. Obviously, I'd say they're about the same if you take into consideration that little bit of wooded area that we've got there. But obviously the bonus is going to truthfully make, in a way, we've paid less for that than that, but we've also gained, because the bonus is going to mean we get more grass off this field. And not only that, location, location, location. We're right next door to it. It makes perfect sense. Can we get... Oh, we can. Yeah, you can get straight in at it. Okay, that's just last thing of the day. If we're going to do that, and we're going to go straight across there, let's make a proper little... Yeah, we have bought it now. We can. We're going to have the builders bought in, and I'm going to use the cobbles that I so love. But yeah, I'm going to get rid of the bush first. We're going to have that dug out, if I can. And then we're going to have... Not sure this makes a good path, though. Not terrible. Not terrible. You can never get it exactly right, but yeah. So we have a proper way into the field now. And that's it. So next session we're going to swap our mower and... yeah, I think that's it. How do we get this off? Well, does it look ridiculous? Can we do it without it looking too awful? That was... Yeah, I don't think you get up that way, but that's not too terrible, really. So, yeah, next session we're going to go up to the... Oh, now then. Yeah, we're going to have to sort of like get the fertilizer spreader to grab the fertilizer off there, because that's not coming off with this. Definitely not. Yeah. So all that remains to be said for this first particular session is thank you very much for watching. Truly do hope you're going to stick with me on this journey. And I'm going to say goodbye for now.